Alrighty, hello every folks and good morning. Welcome to a good bit of news that I was hoping to hear more on for a decently long time now. So several years ago, there was a happy little indie darling that came out by the name of Fel Seal Arbiter's Mark, and basically anyone that played it that had also loved FFT ended up falling in love with the dang thing. For all intents and purposes, these guys understand game mechanics like crazy, so when it came to units and counterplay and whatever else, that game is immensely satisfying. In fact, the only complaint that I've seen from people as far as Fel Seal goes was the fact that they weren't exactly the biggest fans of the artwork in a lot of cases. Which, okay, fair enough, but essentially the whole thing was designed around kind of modularity in terms of all the units being able to kind of interact with a ridiculous amount of skills and whatnot. Anyway, so, long story short, these guys know how to make a good game. Now, what's funny is that, actually, a little bit of a side note, I didn't know that they were actually based out of Florida until trying to look up the name of their DS game, which I once again forgot. There's actually a hidden character in Fel Seal that came from this original DS game. But that coming from Florida thing actually does explain a lot over how powerful the drowning mechanic is in Fel Seal. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk about their new game here. So that's Pathbreakers, Roaming Blades. I don't really know much about it, but we're going to overanalyze the hell out of their Steam page at this point, because it's what I feel like doing. So as far as I can tell, this seems to be something along the lines of a sort of more SRPG-ish Battle Brothers kind of deal. We're seeing a lot of things that, again, we kind of saw in Fel Seal to some degree, with sprites still keeping out their weapons for the purpose of information, but we seem to be going for hexes and company building like Battle Brothers there. A lot of the tables that we're seeing, again, seem familiar, so I'm assuming there's at least some degree of inspiration there. So it's going to be interesting to see all of these potentially going and playing together. I don't know how many kind of classes are going to potentially carry over from them, but I am noticing a few things that seem familiar. So specifically, I'm talking about a few of we see units running around with the duelist hats. We see well, actually, most of the monster units look completely new. There seems to be some kind of overworld exploration kind of thing going on. And this time around, I don't think anyone's complaining about the visuals. I want to point out, pretty much the only complaint that I ever heard from folks that tried Fel Seal was that the artwork didn't always do it for them. So they seem to have gone for a bit of a different style this time around, which is fair enough. It's a fairly small studio. Basically it was built on a hope and a dream, more or less. It's like about as indie as it gets in a lot of cases. But in their case, with Fel Seal's whole deal, it was built around kind of interaction between like one class being able to use bits of absolutely every single other class. So a lot of the abilities and whatever else had to sort of like be relatively interchangeable as far as the units went. So we saw a lot of reuse of animations and stuff like that. So this time around, I would assume the classes are probably a bit more locked in. Unfortunately, this video here, it's only on Steam and Twitter, so there doesn't seem to be a slowdown function, but we can still overanalyze stuff. Also, I want to point out, that dude, I'm curious whether this is just a coincidence or reference or what. This looks exactly like the hidden character I was talking about earlier. Let's see, as far as exploration goes, this seriously looks exactly like Battle Brothers in a lot of ways, with more kind of mystical-ish elements. Here, let's see, can we zoom and enhance? Can we zoom and enhance somehow? Actually, wait a minute. Yeah, we totally can. Hold on, let me fix the screen here real quick. There we go. Now we can zoom and enhance this thing a little bit. Okay, so we've got caravans, we've got merchants. Again, even these, I wonder if these are going to be tobacco leaves over here. Look familiar, because it looks like a somewhat similar UI over here. I would assume like repair tools. I wonder if you're crafting stuff or repairing stuff. We got camping gear over here, some kind of mining. I guess you're going and excavating places. Actually, no, this is probably medical supplies. We got food money. Yeah, I'm assuming you probably have to repair broken stuff in this one, but we'll see. Let's continue on. Apparently, we're dealing with termite people, so we'll see. Wonder if we'll see some variant of Bizarro coming back this time. What's that? They have, okay, that's, I was gonna say they've unlocked the ocean, but looks like a bolt of cloth or something. some mushrooms. What else we got here? So let's see. This guy almost looks like he's got the vessel hat going on. I wonder if we're gonna see the return of the sorcerers, if they'll still get demolished by everything on the map. It kind of looks like this guy's grabbing this dude's spear. I wonder if that's a thing. I doubt it, but that'd be a kind of a neat thing if they could grab weapons. Yeah, these guys got like crystals growing out of their heads, so that's interesting. Seem to be a whole separate, I'm assuming, monster type unit over there. I guess they spawn out of these crystals or some such. Got Kung Fu guy with the old duelist hat. I do love that they still kept the whole thing of units keeping their weapons out. It's always kind of a neat aesthetic. You know, they're retracting it, so maybe they're not actually holding their spear, but that's pretty neat. Yeah, we got units flying backwards. The animations look really fluid this time around. It actually makes me think, I know that there was some collaboration with the folks that did Monster Sanctuary, and I'm wondering if that's maybe where some of that's coming from, like maybe there's some overlap or something. I do like that they went for hexes this time. Actually, an interesting story. Originally, Final Fantasy Tactics 2 was supposed to be a hex-based thing. And basically, we've seen a lot of attempts at using hexes for this, but a lot of times it ends up being a little on the awkward side. One of the better examples of it being used was Battle Brothers, so it's cool to see these guys coming and like bringing all their kind of class knowledge here to hopefully kind of riff on that formula a little bit. Because again, it's basically a genre that consists of, you know, Battle Brothers currently. So I'm sure there's some other stuff out there, but like it is a very unique kind of thing. Now let's see. I wonder if I feel like we will still have customization because we are seeing the occasional janky color mismatch between these guys, just going for completely different colors on all their visuals. We haven't seen that equipment screen yet. We'll zoom in on that in just a moment. But I get the feeling that there's going to be a bit less in terms of the visual customization this time around, maybe. I guess we'll find out in a moment. Man, this guy's... I love this design. It's like half lanternfish, half like weird glob monster hippo thing. We've got like hammerhead sharks, but they're an alligator now over here. Let's see, they're doing some kind of multi-hit thing over there. He's attaching one of his dudes, so... Actually, no, wait a minute, hold on. Let's go back real quick. I wonder, was that its own monster or did that spawn off of something? Here, they're already getting bitten at this point. Let's see, they're over there at this point. Here, let's see here. Okay, no, it is its own separate unit. Mostly, I was wondering if we would see something like the Beastmaster from Fel Seal there, where just the sheer number of mechanics for a single unit spawning additional units on their same tile was pretty insane. Like, of the tier list video, I swear like 10-15 minutes were spent just explaining the basics of that class. Okay, we got some kind of werewolf thing. We got, I'm assuming some kind of hostile plants over here. Bucket. Got just a bucket over here doing the bucket thing. Yeah, well, we do have actually different outfits going on, so maybe the customizations will be roughly similar. Okay, we got some kind of chain pulls, so we got area pulls. That was to be expected. Judging by the fact that we've got exploration and that we've got kind of more details on these maps, I'm going to assume that these happen somewhat in basically just where you happen to have them. So hopefully, like, maybe we'll see something kind of like how Rad Codex does their games there, where you're just having your fights on the spot rather than a separate battle map. I love that kind of stuff when it happens. Judging by the fact that most of these props seem to be kind of stationary where they are, I don't think we'll see as much, like, furniture moving around, so I don't think we'll see as much... We may not see the whole Kingsbane thing of, hold on, I set all of the furniture in the room into a barricade before the fight started, but, I mean, you can already get away with a lot of trap shenanigans in Fel Seal, so there's that. Also, this dude's using a hawk as a weapon, I think, so that's pretty awesome. I wonder if we'll have equipable birds and whatnot. That'd be pretty cool to see. This guy seems to have put away, I think, his bow, if I were to guess here. Maybe he's the one... No, they're the one doing the sweep thing. I wonder if they're doing some kind of support casting or if he's like some ninja or something. Okay. Let's see. We've got some alligator dudes. I guess they're just doing their big fancy spin move. We do see units staying on the ground this time, which is a cool little visual. I wonder if that means that they're dead or revivable or something. Yeah, this dude's doing his dashing. He does seem to whip stuff with his with his hair, which is pretty darn cool. I love that. Also, we're seeing ice cubes over here, frozen and standing. I wonder if that's a prop or if that's something that your wizards can do. So that'd be pretty cool to see as well. Let's see, equipment-wise, we've got already. I mean, we've already seen a pretty wide variety. But we've got our, halberd, stab, spears. Okay, we do have different armors. Judging by how gold that armor is, I'm assuming the armor probably won't be sticking out as much on somebody. Apparently we're playing as whoever this dude is. Hang on, let's go back to that previous one real quick. What's going on there? Looks like they're... I wonder if that's just like a pilgrim or something, or if they're maybe being chased by bandits or some such. Must be a fairly frozen... Well, actually, is it frozen? Hold on. Is that water moving? Okay, the water is moving. With all the camera moving around, I really wanted to appreciate the water textures, because, I love me a good water texture. Apparently explore around a cave at some point, so that's, caves are neat, I suppose. We do have seemingly a very similar turn order to last time, but what's this telling us? Because we've got some kind of count... Okay, so we've got unit counters over here, just kind of telling us how many are on each side, but what's this? Okay, that's actually just an objective marker, I would assume. So there's probably some kind of countdown marker. We don't see downed units listed up here, so I don't know if they stay down just as a visual thing, or if something else. Like, this could have been a holdout thing, like they have to hold out a certain number of turns. We saw that in Fel Seal before, where you'd see a little timer pop up in the turn order letting you know when something's happening. They are outnumbered. It could be a holdout scenario. It could also be when this unit or somebody else is bleeding out, but who knows? Alright. Because I don't mention anything about rebuilding. Also, these dudes got frickin' decapitated, and that is awesome. Okay, hold on. Let's go back. We're zooming through scenes here, guys. Okay, let's see. Anything we want to see here? Looks like we've got the old Valkyrie hair thing on this Archer-type unit over here. Judging by the similar stances, I wonder if these are meant to be somewhat similar units here. Don't know for sure. This one is just like a ghosts, but it seems to be... No, it's a different one from this one. I wonder if they're invisible or if we're going to see something like Rampart Shadows showing up. Let's see. No one appears to be dead on this particular map. We see the generics are all matching over here on the enemy side. Let's see. Anything else we can tell here? These are either skeletons or very samey sandcastles over here. I don't know, but anyway. Funnily enough, the design on these guys makes me think of this old DOS game from forever ago that had like an angry... I think it was like some alligator dog or something. But anyway, let's continue on. Not much to see here. They're apparently having a real problem with these plants here. We see gunners are back with this lady and her pistol, so that's something. Let's see, this dude's doing some kind of aura thing. Not really telling us a whole lot there, but what else do we see? We see this one's hiding in the bushes. Okay, so possibly hiding in the terrain's going to be a thing. That'd be neat. Let's see. Okay, I do love that with the animations and whatnot that they spend a decent amount of time seemingly looking around and checking their surroundings. That's pretty cool. I really hope that these birds are just an accessory you can put on people. That's pretty neat. I wonder if it'll actually work like the dogs from from Battle Brothers. It's like maybe they're just a detachable unit that you can attach to an existing unit, you know? Okay, so let's go ahead and back out of that real quick. Let's go ahead and... Actually, no. Yeah, I want to watch it again. I want to see if there's more to analyze off this 1-minute trailer. Show me more, dang it! There has to be more that we missed. Okay, let's see. That looked like some kind of, well, self-buffing move. I wonder... This guy is looking very kind of merchant-y to me, but not really seeing much else. I do appreciate that these guys seem to provide some light when they're glowing off their face. Let's see, they're going to do some kind of sweep move. Is there anything we missed here? Yeah, a chunky guy is still surviving at this point. Let's see. Oh yeah, the spirit bow. We see the spirit bow coming back from Fel Seal for sure. That's the question though. Or is the samurai going to come back and make everyone's New Game Plus a nightmare? That's the real question there. Okay, the dying animations look plenty dramatic, so that's cool to see. Man, they put so much more work into the animations this time. Not to say that it wasn't there before, because you saw a lot of fun details in the backgrounds for Fel Seal, but like, they were pretty stiff. Alright, so let's see these different types of buildings. Now, we see these towns here. I wonder if it's going to be like I'm seeing some stuff that looks vaguely similar. Like the layout reminds me of the kind of guild layouts from Fel Seal, so I wonder if we'll see like towns giving additional benefits if you modify them in some way. That'd be pretty neat. Um, hold on. Let's look through this menu. I want to see stuff here. Let's see what we got. Okay, we gotta analyze them stats. Okay, so first of all, yeah, we see skill points making a comeback. Stat points are going to be added to this thing, so that's good. The kind of browned out bars really make me think of Battle Brothers there. We see the little arrow from Fel Seal coming back. We got Archmages confirmed as a class. Yeah, a lot of this is definitely making me think of Battle Brothers there. Okay, so let's see. We've got interesting. So we've got like a whole different table as far as skills and stuff go. I wonder if this means that... okay, so it seems like maybe... I could be misreading this, but it seems like classes will directly promote to a different type of class, potentially, once they hit a certain level threshold or something. And again, similar to BB, it seems like we might be getting something along the lines of just kind of like picking out skills as they carry along. However, I am noticing some familiar stuff like the boon icon over here. If I were to guess, this technically would be the focus thing, but considering that it's a wizard, I'm assuming it's boon or something, making a comeback. So that's certainly something over there. I don't know how this translates into cross-classing, or if they're not going for cross-classing, going for more dedicated stuff this time around. I don't know. But let's see. We got damage resistance for different element types over here. This all looks familiar. ZOC, I'm assuming, is zone of control here. That's interesting. So area of what's AOO then? I wonder. Let me see if I'm maybe missing a term that just doesn't come up that often here. I feel like there must be something. Alright. Has multiple meanings, including an airport code, a pottery style, and a gaming developer. Well, that doesn't help me at all. Anyway, thank you, Google. Let's see. Yeah, different defenses for ranged and regular defense, so I wonder if we'll see a kind of armor mechanic versus arrows, since that seems to be all the rage these days, and I love that. We've got initiative scores going on. Let's see. Damage multiplier, spell bonuses, anything particularly different here? I'm not sure, but this is kind of interesting. As far as deployed units, they've got a bunch of different things here. It kind of makes it look like there's maybe props, like we got these barrels over here. I wonder if we'll see props deployable. They've got some kind of repair station, so I wonder if that means maybe they can repair your equipment mid-fight or something. That'd be interesting if you can deploy props. That's something I've wanted to see in games more often, and you really don't see it much. I think the most recent that I've seen it outside of like Tactics Ogre PSP, where it basically was useless, we had One Vision put it out as a more useful thing, and then we had Sorticon Valeria that allowed you to occasionally have some contextual stuff for putting out more props. But I want to see map props used more often, you know? Like hell, it was funny to me in that game that you could just spawn a box, park an archer on top of it for a height bonus. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. Alright, so let's see what else we can see from these stats here. So, hold on. Halberd. I see Halberd. I need to respect Halberd. Let's see here. Let's see, matching defense and range defense, whereas previously that, why did the wizard have better range defense? That's interesting. Let's see, 10. This one's also 10. Elemental Reaver. I mean, I guess they would be a more glass cannony sort. Also, they seem to promote directly, so this is a fighter that goes into this thing, and I guess depending on the stuff they pick out, maybe they go for like a different type of fighter, and maybe their class just kind of changes depending on their different skill choices or something. Given that these icons over here are translating down here, I'm assuming it's kind of like a custom class progression of sorts. I wonder, I can't wait till we find out more about this, because I want to know how this works. Also, we see weapon damage ranges actually making their introduction here, so that's interesting. Let's see. They seem to still remain damaged. This is presumably between fights, so they still retain their damage, so I'm assuming we'll see something, again, similar to Battle Brothers there. I'm not seeing permanent injuries on anybody, so presumably that isn't a thing, so maybe we won't see your best crossbow guy getting blinded by blinded by some pocket sand 2 seconds into a run. Anyway, well, let's continue on. Let's see, still no zone of control on this guy, but yeah, it does appear that he's just picking out particular things and then potentially evolving into something different down here. I don't know. Let's continue on. Alright, let's look at the Archer. Archers, again, got matching defenses, so presumably that shield, actually, that shield icon that was on that wizard at the start, presumably that was just some additional anti-range defense. Actually, hold on. I know I'm getting weirdly pedantic about this. Let's go back. Come on, there we go. You gotta click it on a very particular spot. Because, yeah, like, you see this little shield icon down here? I'm assuming that's bonus range defense, if I were to guess. Also, interestingly, this person holding up their invisible jukebox and getting hearts. I wonder if that's going to be charm resistance or automatic charming or something. That'd be kind of interesting to see. That was something of a mechanic we saw in Tactics Ogre Reborn with Deneb, of just automatically charming people nearby. Okay. Here, let's get this thingy back up, and I need to see more about this Archer. Okay. Higher accuracy, higher initiative than before. Though they do have that shield icon again, so maybe that isn't what that was. They also have this brick house icon. I don't know. Maybe it was some piece of equipment or something. Maybe I'm overthinking this a little bit, and it's just some kind of class function or something. Like unnecessary memory or whatever else digging, or I guess mechanics digging or whatnot. Is there anything different? Because they don't seem to have any custom equipment in these slots. This is telling me that this is going to be one of these situations where maybe you do lose units a bit more often, because why do they not have anything else? Because it seems to be, you know, they're at a 10, presumably they're not at the very start. Also, considering that we have secondary weapons on offhands like this, I wonder if we'll see, again, more weapon swapping, similar to BB there. Anything else we can tell about this guy? Not really. They're apparently into shooting throats, so that's a thing. Yeah, I have no clue. All of them show up as 10, but they don't have all their unlocks up to 10. So that's... I wonder how that's working exactly. Like, presumably they went back and double-dipped on some of these, because they took 3 out of this one, they took 2 out of this one, 2 out of this one, 2 out of this one. I mean, maybe that's what they needed to go up here? I don't know. But they do get a fancy hat, so that's good there. Okay, let's see what else we got here. They're gonna trade stuff, and we already talked about the trade stuff. Okay, fair enough. Okay, let's look over some of these pictures at this point and see what they can tell us. All right, let me make sure that this is actually coming through visually. Yes, it is. Okay. All right, what can we tell off this picture? Well, they're outnumbered. That's not going well for them. These guys got the head of a cow, but the tail of a... It's kind of interesting. They got like a tail that shows up on different tiles. I wonder if they can attack or get attacked from different locations. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Maybe. But over here, we see some descriptions of what's going on. We've got, let's see, Petrification on Corwin. I don't know which one Corwin is, but apparently these are some kind of basilisk kind of thing. Let's see, Wolf is acting. Wolf grants rage to Wolf. Oh man, again, this reads like the BB text thing. Let's see, deals 27 damage to the Declan, breaks 5 damage resistance. Okay, so we do see armor breaking, making a comeback here, so that's good. So we see armor shredding. Oh, we got a picture of that lady with the pistol as well here. Apparently they've got some kind of throwable bola. They've got grenades over here. Oh, I got really excited because I saw 4 by the grenade. I'm like, wait, did we get to upgrade our item stocks by going down the skill tree? Maybe, I don't know. But no, that's not what that was for. So, okay, we do see damage resistance getting broken down. Maybe that's how that one unit got their defense down, actually. Like, maybe they had higher defense at some point and got it shredded. We do see a lot of open slots on this team, as well as not see some of the units from before. So maybe we are seeing permadeath in this. That'd be pretty cool to see. As well as additional wagons. I don't know what that would be for. Oh, these are beds. These aren't canisters, they're beds. So I guess these are just like camp materials that you can have, maybe? I don't know. Maybe beds are like how you store resting units or something to rotate people out. Because presumably, you're wandering around the whole time. Okay. Yeah, this is neat. I want to find out more about this thing. I hope we'll get some kind of breakdown on mechanics at some point. But I'm excited. Okay. We do seem to have what appears to be action points over here with these green dots, if I were to guess. Um, so we'll see what that does later. Failed to inflict anything. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta love that feeling. Also, I wonder if these are just evolved, like, werewolf versions of the regular doggos. Alright. Let's see, this just seems like a overworld type situation, as we do. We've got more plants and alligators over here. This lady's mask kind of looks like one of these guys. I wonder if that's meant to be related at all. This is the guy that doesn't seem to be showing up in those other pictures, so I wonder if something happened to him or if he's a new hire or something. We do see a bird over here, though. It does seem to be the same bird that she's equipping over here, so maybe we do have something similar to the war dogs. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see down the road, but that'd be kind of interesting if you can have attack birds. I would love to see that. Okay. Let's see. We got some dogs knocked out over here. Given how they're laying down, this seems a bit more dramatic. I assume we'll probably see less sandbagging than Fel Seal. At least, a New Game Plus Fel Seal or whatnot. But I wonder if we'll see the return of the whole zombification mechanic. So, like, one of the cool things that Fel Seal did was that if you took out an enemy unit and they kept reviving, you could just revive them as zombies for your own side and whatnot. Same thing for enemy units and, like, transforming people into all kinds of other abominations to fight for their side. So I wonder if with these downed units we'll be able to do something similar. That'd be kind of cool. Let's see if there's anything else we can glean from this particular menu. It seems like we'll see more direct skills here a bit more often. But I don't really see too much else that's here. This guy's in a cave. He wishes he brought along his Flash Pikachu. But we do see kind of a map forming of different rooms over here. Kind of wondering if these will be randomized or what. But that's basically all we have for now. Unfortunately, it's not everything in the world, but it would be cool to find out more about this. I will update if there's any more information about this. I'm excited because, again, like, Fel Seal took me totally by surprise when it came out, and I've been loving that thing ever since, like, DLC and everything. So, like, as far as inspiring immediate product loyalty, they got that going. Anyways, so yeah, that's kind of about that. Thank y'all for stopping by, and I will update as soon as I hear a peep of more information about this. All right, take care, guys.